Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lion of Judah Travels, the channel of Rex and Patricia Hattel, covering our journeys through South Africa in our motorhome. We welcome you on this 22nd of May, Thursday morning. We've been here for a couple of days at the Morgan Bay, but we've had some heavy rain and wind over the past 2 days, so we've been tucked up, and now we're able to come out. So we're here. Just wanted to show you this, one of the bathroom facilities before we begin our walk, and then we're going to head on down the road to get down onto the beach and take a little walk along there. So thank you again. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. We have a market up ahead with some African gadgets on it, some little things that the locals have made, and we'll have a look at them as we go. Righto, off we go. And here along at the edge of the pathway, there's a few little crafts on sale. Beautiful again. The stunning views of the ocean. Little crafts available for sale. African arts. They've obviously also been tied up for a couple of days with the wind and the rain. So now they're just wanting to get their wares out for display. On Saturday, of course, we've got a cycling event here. We'll try and find out later on exactly what the event is all about, and we'll give you some information about that. There's some more arts and crafts, and I think this is the rear end of the hotel, the Morgan Bay Hotel. This is the back end of it. So probably come and have some tea and crumpets in Vestec. Garden facility. You can come and have tea in that out here. Lovely idea. And there's the back end of the hotel, the Morgan Bay Hotel. Right, we're going to take a walk down onto the beach and be back soon. Here we are, taking the little ramp down to the beach. From the Morgan Bay campsite, it's a bit difficult to get to the beach because of overgrown trees and that, so you're forced to walk along the road to the hotel and then come down onto the beach from that side. So here we are on the sand. Another beautiful stretch of ocean. The ocean goes off from that way back towards East London side, but not very far. As you can see, the rocks develop and then you can't go much further. So we are going to take a little walk down that way in a northeasterly direction, heading towards the Kai River mouth, which is probably way beyond that point over there. Alright, so as you can see, look at that, just flowing over there. There's the river mouth where we are camped. Have a look and see if Well, it's not low tide at the moment. The tide is high. You can see it's just starting to connect with the river. So any minute now it will link up. Here over there is where you would want to come through if you wanted to walk to the beach from the campsite, but depending on the river itself, whether you can get through there or not. There in the distance you can see the campsite itself. Over there, which is on the edge of the riverbank. Yeah, low tide, you could squeeze through there, but you might not necessarily get it done without wetting your feet. But there's a possibility. Okay, so we're going to continue with our little walk along the beach, heading in that direction. Alright, change of plans. We've decided to head off in the direction of East London. So we're going in the East London direction, and I just saw some massive waves against the cliff face there. And you zoom in, there we go, lovely. Waves crashing against that cliff. And we're going to head off in that direction. The tide is on its way out, so we should be good to go a fair distance along this road. So let's see how far we can go. Alright, we've decided to move up onto the road surface for a more comfortable walk. Walking on the rocks and the stones is a little bit dicey, but the waves crashing against that cliff face over on the other side there, it's just stunning. Have a look for a little while and see if we can just enjoy the waves. So we're on the road now, and we're walking along the road towards that side. I think it's a nature reserve out that way. Some seagulls down at the bottom there, just enjoying the solitude on the rocks. The houses on this side. Houses being built, construction going on. See a signboard in the distance there, possibly an entrance into the reserve. Speak under correction, but possibly. We'll find out sometime or another, I'm sure. Lovely little houses on the edge here. Sure, when the wind is howling, the rain is pumping, then it's a little bit scary here on the edge. And the high tides. I see a fisherman out there. We talked to Dale about it. He's not catching any fish where we are. There's a little kingfisher. The kingfisher diving there, babe. Kingfisher diving, looking for food. Yes. He's out on a hunting trip. There he goes. He's up in the air over there. They're going down looking for some fish. Yeah. Yeah. We may catch a few more of him later. Alright, we've moved back down to the water's edge, and I see there's some footprints on the rocks, giving you sort of an indication of where you can walk. So we'll go along that way and we'll see what's happened. And then just get as close to the cliff as we can. Oh, lovely waves. Oh, waves are big. The waves at the back there. I'm assuming these footprints are there to guide you to a safe walk, safe-ish walk rather. Be careful, however, if you're turning your ankles. There's another one up front there, and that off to the right hand side is the nature reserve. Now just making our way through here. Come over the top here and get another view of the cliff face. There we go. Wow, this is stunning. Beautiful. There in the distance on that edge there are a lot of birds diving into the ocean, just making a meal of the fish that are out there. There's shoals and shoals of fish out there. They're just diving down, eating, diving down, eating, diving down. They're having a great time. Stunning. Nice wave to come through and crash against the cliff. There we go. Along the beach, all the way over there. So folks, here we are. We're as close as we're going to go for today to the cliff face, and we're going to, you can continue along with this pathway that goes around and up the hill, right up to the top over there. That point over there, it seems to me, over there. But we're not going to do that. We're going to head back towards the caravan park, that away. Alright, so thank you for joining us on this little walk along the coast at Morgan Bay, and Patricia and Rick signing off. And please remember to like and subscribe and share the content as much as you can. Thank you and God bless.